Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Tony Stark Iron Man. This is an awesome comic book, man. One of the things I love about this is that you could pretty much jump. I just said this about Batman not too long ago. You can jump on this comic book pretty much any issue and you're good. Doesn't matter. This is the beginning of a new storyline called Stark Realities, but it doesn't matter because technically the storyline started in the previous issue. So you could jump on here. You could jump on next issue. You could jump on wherever you want. Perfectly fine. Very easy comic book to jump onto wherever you decide to join. Anyway, guys, story Dan Slott, script Jeremy Whitley and Dan Slott, artist Valero Schetti, color artist Edgar Delgado, letters VC's Joe Caramanga, cover Alexander Lozano, variant cover Jojong Kim. And Iron Man was created by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, Don Heck, and Jack Kirby. Only Larry Lieber's still with us. Love you, man. Okay, so we get like a lot of interactions. Andy Bang and Mama Stark actual. They're trying to get along with each other. I love how the news agency is reporting, and all of a sudden they're inside the Escape. Again, the Escape is just this virtual reality thing. It's like an Iron Man mask that just the faceplate you put on, and all of a sudden you go catatonic. But you are now life size in this freaking world. Sounds totally awesome, especially since I like the MMOs. Oh yeah. So basically, it's just a whole bunch of people who get to go around inside of Iron Man armor, kicking a bunch of butt, taking a bunch of names. What do you call it? If you get out of, and you could be pretty much anyone. They've got the West Coast Avengers skins inside of New York City playground, battleground. So that's actually really cool. And if you curse or do anything really stupid, a version of the Arsenal armor shows up. No, there's no atomic bomb on his back. What an absolute ripoff. But that actually makes sense because who's that unstoppable enemy that he just for the most part couldn't beat? Yeah, I could see him making Arsenal the main baddie. So he's basically the boot program, and if anybody does anything stupid, they get booted out. And this little kid is just like, mother effer, I paid for this thing. Yeah, but you breached user contracts is what it is. If you act like a jerk, you get booted. The funny part about all this is I started reading this comic book right after I had to boot somebody from the channel. We have this option on YouTube called hide from channel. He was just being whatever, and then somebody says something to him and he tells him to F off, and I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? You're gonna act like that? And turns around and continues doing the same thing on another video. And yeah, this is 3 o'clock in the morning and he's acting like that. Okay, fine, you're gone, dude. Warning? What, you think you get a warning? You just acted like a jerk to a member, to another alumni who was just talking, and you attacked him? Nope, sorry. You might be having a bad day. Just got worse. I don't do this for money, so you can't use capitalism to make me say, well, I kind of want to keep everybody. I don't care. You're gone. Bye. Go make another user profile and all that stuff and come back and try again, because I promise you it's easier for me to boot you than it is for you to make a new thing. Just saying. This is my escape. Don't be a jerk to other alumni. Don't let me catch you, because that's just stupid. So anyway, his mom decides to go inside. Andy Bang once again decides to help her out. Boom. And because she's trying to talk to Tony. And Tony, sometimes you got to pay attention to the words that somebody uses. She's like, I really want to talk to you. We haven't had a chance to talk. And he calls her Amanda. So, yeah, you're not mom to him. You're Amanda. I know the story. All right, I think we all, for the most part, know the story of how she didn't realize whatever. But she's not the mom. She's not the mom. Biologically, yes, but were you there? I'm afraid you weren't. So is what it is. Sad day for you too. And she wants to just talk to Tony, but Tony doesn't want to talk to her. You can't force somebody to talk to you, man. You just can't. So that's just stupid. And especially she's trying to use her parental privilege, but she's not a parent. She's the mom, but she's not a parent. You get it, right? So she goes into the interface because he's trying to deal with a problem. All these people from Laos, Nigeria are being booted for some reason. He's like, why would that happen? So he goes in to try and investigate the problem. She shows up also, and she's like, I'm not leaving. You can't make me. I'm your mother. You don't get to talk to me that way. But no, you don't get to play that card. You don't get to play the card. That's just silly. So I'm actually liking this character less and less. Just duh. So anyway, the firepower thing shows up because she refuses to listen to Tony Stark, who is the main admin of this world. That's a bootable offense. How sick is that? That's awesome, man. That's good writing. That's really good writing. So it turns out that getting booted hurts a lot. She actually went catatonic. Wow, man. Like, people start getting seizures and everything. People are getting jacked up. If they get booted, and it's booted for anything, and Tony Stark can't even turn it off, these people get jacked up in, IRL, in real life. The art on this is gorgeous. Bethany Cabe is trying to figure out what's going on with the image inducer. She's trying to do a little investigation. Anyway, we realize that it is undoubtedly the controller who's doing these bad, naughty things, and he's trying to find all the users who were booted because they're probably really mad right now and want to cause some havoc. This was a really good comic, man. Go and consider picking this up. Really. Also, I'm liking the background on this. This actually looks, I was mentioning my This Week in Comics. This actually looks like it's a homage to another cover back when the Silver Centurion armor had switched over to the first gold armor after that that red and silver armor, that Mark 7 armor. Trying to remember who the character was who was holding, but it's like a big hand holding on to Iron Man, and he's doing one of these things. It's obviously an homage to that cover. Gorgeous, loved it. So anyway, this was fun. You'd figure that all these are problems that you'd really have if this were one of those situations where you got to go inside of a virtual reality MMO, first person shooter or whatever. Man, this is like Dan Slott obviously thought a lot about this. I think he got a lot of things right because I can't find anything to disagree with. You can have all of these different kinds of people in this. Good story, generally good story. And once again, it's really cool how you could just jump in anywhere. Also, for the sake of conversation, I don't remember if I mentioned the art or not, but the art is so good on this. Wow. Something I want to point out. Oh, Wasp. There's been a couple of really great people who've drawn Wasp over time, but this is a really good one. He's really got her posture, her combat maneuvers and everything down to a science. Like, wow, it looks like I'd be watching a silent movie with how graceful and beautifully she moves in this. Awesome. Really love the body structure. I love the idea that he really knows how the Wasp fights. You know what I'm saying? For a comic book character, he knows how this comic book character fights. Great job. Great rendition. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.